The newsroom buzzed like a hive under harsh fluorescent lights. Keyboard clicks collided with the murmur of low conversations, punctuated by the occasional beep from incoming news alerts. At the center, Mara Kessler's eyes were fixed on her screen. Years of experience had taught her to trust little, but her instincts told her the story she was about to release was bigger than anything she'd ever handled. The exposé on Velentis Pharma, a massive pharmaceutical company hiding lethal side effects of a new medication, had taken months of digging. Hidden trial reports, leaked memos, and interviews with whistleblowers had been stitched together into a narrative that would rock the industry. She had verified everything, triple-checked, quadruple-checked, but even certainty couldn't shield her from the danger lurking outside the digital walls. The article went live at dawn. Headlines across the country flashed her byline. Social media erupted. But by nightfall, her inbox carried the first ominous warning. One of her anonymous sources had been found dead, labeled a tragic accident by local police. The newsroom's initial celebration turned to whispers. Editors shot sidelong glances. Phones vibrated with cryptic messages. "You don't know who you're dealing with." Mara felt the first twinge of fear, but it was accompanied by a sharper, colder edge of determination. She had walked this line before. Now she realized it might endanger more than her career. The article hit with seismic force. For a few hours, Mara basked in a brief halo of acclaim. Viewers flooded social media with praise, and political figures called for hearings. But the celebration was short-lived. The second source, a clinical researcher who had gone on record anonymously, was discovered dead in what police called a home accident. Mara's stomach churned as she stared at the news alert. Something was wrong. Accidents don't happen twice to your sources in a row. Whispers in the newsroom began to spread. Mara's colleagues, who had once praised her dedication, now questioned her judgment. Her editor, Eli Navarro, reassured her, but his tone wavered beneath practiced calm. Mara noticed every glance, every half-smile that didn't reach his eyes. Something was shifting, and it wasn't the story. It was the people around her. Late that night, Mara's phone buzzed again. "Check your own network." Mara plunged deeper. Internal memos showed the network had received health innovation grants from Velentis months before her story went live. Her attempts to access past archives were suddenly blocked. Her junior producer, Nadia Tran, approached her in the dim corridors of the building, voice low. "You're not fighting the story anymore. You're fighting them," she whispered. Mara realized that the threat was no longer abstract. It was inside her own media network. The third source, thought to have vanished, reappeared in a leaked video accusing Mara of fabricating evidence. The public opinion swung violently against her. She had expected resistance, but not this total reversal, orchestrated from shadows. The line between truth and disinformation blurred. Mara turned her investigative instincts inward. She discovered a hidden division in the network dedicated to reputation management, quietly coordinating with consultants, the very same group Velentis had hired to protect its image. Her private emails leaked, twisted to make her appear unstable. The network suspended her, citing ethical review. Alone, Mara began reconstructing the trail of financial influence, linking Velentis executives, media managers, and political donors. Nadia confessed she found evidence of post-publication edits to Mara's story, alterations meant to weaken the exposé. Mara's trust in the network dissolved entirely. The network's pressure escalated. Mara's laptop was remotely wiped. Nadia disappeared without a trace. In a confrontation, Eli revealed his complicity. Velentis had blackmail material on him dating back years, forcing him to comply. The system, he admitted, owned everyone inside it. Moments later, his car exploded in the parking garage, labeled an accident by the network. Mara watched the flames lick the concrete, realizing that the danger wasn't just corporate. It was intimate, woven into the very people she once trusted. Mara went off-grid. She stayed in a secluded cabin, relying on burner phones, encrypted drives, and safe houses. She connected with independent journalists, outcasts of corporate media, rebuilding the investigation from shredded digital footprints. Metadata revealed post-publication edits traced to a top executive login. One by one, their digital accounts were shut down. But Mara refused to surrender. Each dead end, each blackout, only sharpened her resolve. She would leak the truth herself. Mara uploaded the files to a decentralized platform. Internal memos, emails, recordings, everything. The evidence went viral. Velentis executives resigned, congressional hearings convened, and the network's reputation crumbled. Mara vanished. Some said she fled abroad. Others whispered she was silenced. Weeks later, activists decrypted an email from Nadia. Truth doesn't die. It just finds a new host. Months later, the network faced investigations, and new anchors replaced the old guard. Trust in mainstream media remained fractured. A documentary surfaced on an independent streaming site. Trust Issues. The closing shot featured Mara's voice overlaid on black screen. They can erase a name, but not the truth it carried.